All right, guys, we are live. Let me see when you're on. Holler out, shout out. See all my homeboys and homegirls out there. All right, we're gonna give it a couple more minutes here. I see Doug out there. Doug from Houston. Redneck Redemption. What's up, cuz? Saw you yesterday. All right. We'll give it a couple more minutes. We're going to do an unboxing today. I got a new box in for a project that we're going to do on the Unykorn. Pretty excited about it. Some might think it's not a big deal, but I'm pretty excited about it. Been wanting to do it for a while. So my homeboy Mick, Ostrack 4x4, make sure you go over to YouTube and follow him. Also, follow him on Instagram. He has a lot of good content for a Prado 90 series and also for his new 80 series, or 80 series to him that he's building. So go and check him out. He does a lot of good videos on YouTube, so you can definitely learn a few things as well. So anyway, here it is. I'll turn the camera for you a little bit. I don't know if we can do it here. Sorry if I'm blocking the camera. That's it right there, that big sucker right there. And what we're doing, we're just go ahead and open this thing up. And it we got it shipped last week, I believe. Nick helped me out with it. And anyway, let's see what we got. Hopefully nothing got broken. All right. So, first up here. So if you know anything about 80 series cruisers, especially US versus non-US, you'll know that the headlights are different. Okay, so you've got an 80 series, what I call, and just country boy from East Texas, they call the headlight almost like a globe headlight in the US version. So, and in some non-US, but anyway, I really like the look of the non-US version headlights. In my opinion, there's less to break, and the reason for that is you got that big globe, and I've even got a headlight that's got a rock chip in it, and a pretty good size rock chip. So, anyway, what we did, I chatted with my homeboy Mick, and he saw, he knew, what I was wanting. So he said, hey man, let me see if I can't find some stuff over here and get you some Australian 80 parts and get you a complete set, because that's the biggest part, is getting the complete set, and then also you have to work on the harness. So first part, that's the headlight buckets. So far, so good. Nothing's broke. There's my homeboy Mick right there. So far, Mick, there's nothing broke, man. We're doing good, buddy. So I appreciate it. Guys, ton of bubble wrap. So it's important because DHL, man, they'll throw stuff around big time. So let's go ahead and keep unwrapping here. Side marker lights. One thing about these, from my experience and what I've seen, is in the non-US version they're clear, but in the US version the marker lights are orange. So I like the orange look. Not really a fan of the clear. So going to go ahead and go with orange ones. We'll keep these just in case as a spare if we need to use them later. Yeah, I'm glad they're not broken too, Mick. All right, the corresponding one on the other side. So this is the left side. I just showed you the right side. So far, so good. And I don't know if you can tell in behind me, guys. It's a mess over there. It's not as messy in the shop as it was. Been doing a lot of work to get it cleaned up. So all this area behind me, sidebar for a second. we're going to clean this all up. We're going to move all the toolboxes over here in the shop and really make it presentable where we can start doing more Instagram lives and saying hi and chat with the followers and, you know, all our fellow overlanders and everything else like that. So what's Mick saying? You'll need to switch out the trim on the indicators to get all the match, which is just a few screws. Yeah, gotcha, man. Thank you. All right, more stuff here. I'm reaching into the box and grabbing stuff out. Jeez, dude. You did a good job, Mick. And this stuff is legit wrapped, man. Legit wrapped. That's what I'm talking about. Holy cow. All right, we're still unwrapping here. All this wonderful bubble wrap. I think, Mick, I think we spent a small fortune on bubble wrap, dude. Oh yeah, nice. Continued unwrapping. Be patient with me, guys. A lot of stuff, but we just want to make sure that that nothing got broken, like I was saying. You know, it's pretty important. I didn't want to go all that trouble of getting it sent over here with it breaking. So all right, so here's a good example of what it's going to look like once it's on the cruiser. So just so you'll know, here you go. So you can go online, you'll see, just do some Google search images on 80 series non-US cruisers, and you'll see that they have this double headlight, these square headlight instead of what I call the globe. Really like this look. I think it's really cool. And you know, not too many cruisers over here, except the ones that are obviously imported, are going to look like this. So really excited about making this change. Of course, on this upcoming project, we're going to have to switch from, I think the harnesses for 9005 and a 9006, which is the high and the low harness. We'll have to switch to an H4 and an H7. I've talked to thank you, I appreciate it. I like the setup too, so I'm really excited about it. So I started sourcing the harness stuff for that. You'd either going to have to split or cut the end of the harness, the factory harness, or if you're running a sleeve harness for HIDs, again, you can either cut it and then solder it in that way, or you can just build a harness and plug it in, and it goes from 9005 to H4 or H7, et cetera, et cetera. So again, this is it right here, okay? This is what we're going for. It should fit with the factory grill. I believe the grills are the same, both US and non-US. There'll be, I think anything else in that, I think maybe a couple of tabs I have to replace. But that's pretty much it. So I'm not going to unwrap the rest. You get the gist of what the upcoming project's going to be. I'm going to work on getting those harnesses built. Either if I can source them already built, or I have to build them myself. I want to make sure I have them so I can document the project, show you guys what I did. You know, if you've got a buddy in Australia like I do, Mick, great guy, he offered to help. If you can source those products or have somebody source those products to help you do that conversion, then there you go. Good deal. Glad, Mick, I got it right. I was wondering if I was saying the numbers right, which I believe I was after. So just letting you know too. So talk to another homeboy of mine, Mike Frisbee, down at Frisbee Automotive. He's a good friend of mine. We've known each other for years. We've off-roaded together with you know, their family. Cutter, Kyan. I think even Cutter's here on Instagram Live with us. I saw him wave earlier. So, but anyway, was down there the other day. We talked about it. So yeah, man, pretty excited about it. We get all that together, and I'll make sure that I video for it. I'll put it on YouTube. And speaking of YouTube, as you see over my shoulder here, Nightstick, one of my sponsors, we shot some video. If you're on my channel, or obviously you are if you're following me here, you'll notice that I did some teaser pics of getting ready to shoot some footage this past Saturday. So we did a brake booster swap on a 3FE. Now on YouTube you can find a ton of stuff about switching a brake booster on a FZJ80. Okay, because there's a difference, and all my cruiser heads out there know there's a difference between an FJ80 and an FZJ80. Okay, an FJ80 91 through 92 is totally different than an FZJ80. Okay, so we want to make sure we documented that and go through that and show you how easy it was to do yourself. You don't have to disconnect the brakes or the master cylinder, so then that way you don't have to bench bleed your master cylinder or anything like that. So you're solid there. It takes another set of hands in a couple of minutes, but other than that, it's pretty straightforward. If I was going to give it a 1 to 5 scale, I would say if you know how to work with tools, I'd say it's probably maybe 1.5 to 2 out of a 5. Pretty easy. I've done it on my previous 95 FZJ80, and it's a little bit tougher. You've got a brake line that goes over the top. So you have to make sure you don't kink those brake lines and you don't mess that up, because that would be a nightmare to get into. But again, you don't have to disconnect any brake lines, and you'll see that in the video that I'm editing now to put out on YouTube here in hopefully in the next week or so. So one other thing that even Mick didn't know about this. So I got this in the other day. I'll put this down and pick up the other box. Hang on one second. So my homeboy over at BK Customs does a lot of work with fire departments around the Austin Hill Country area, and we've been trying to get together, or trying to get a new inverter for my rig. I've already got one, but I'm not 100% happy with it. So anyway, he sent me this the other day. Finally came in. So let's see here. I haven't even opened the box. It got delivered and I haven't even opened the box. So let's take a look. With these crazy times we're living in, the supply chain is really crazy right now, and delivery times are nuts. So let's see what we got here. All right, yes. All right, there we go. All right, man, I got a Pure Line full scene inverter, 2,000 watt, and pretty excited about that. The one I have now is 1,200 watt. I run a lot of electronics. If you've seen in my rig, if you're local around Dallas Fort Worth, or if we've met together and met each other on the trails and stuff like that, you'll know I run a lot of electronics. I run a fridge. I run 2 iPads. And Brian, thank you for the hat, man. Again, BK Customs. They're out of Dripping Springs. Does a lot of cool work again for our firefighters and our first responders. So thank you to him for all the teams that he supports out there. So anyway, yeah, I run a lot of electronics. I run iPads. I run 2 GPSs. It just as a backup. And I like on the map software I run. I like different views. I like a top down, and I like a forward, almost like a 3D version of it. So I run a lot of that. Okay, I run a Wii Boost, so that way I can call Mama, or I can text her when I'm out in the Ozarks, just to say hi, let her know I'm safe. It's always a good plan to do that anyway. So that's why I got this. Also, too, made sure to get the inverter remote. So this is going to be going in on the rig as well. Right now, I have the inverter under the seat, under the passenger seat, and I had to modify the bracket. So a couple of things, just a background right quick. On the inverter, the way I've got it mounted now, I totally removed the rear heater. No one ever goes with me as far as I don't have any kids, and I don't have my second row installed in my cruiser. So that's why obviously I built the box. You can see that again on my Instagram feed. So before I built that box, I had to have a place to put it. So I thought, okay, well, look, I've built new brackets for the seats, raised the seat up a little bit, and I put the inverter under there. Well, when Red Hot, my wife, Red Hot CJ, when she does go with me, she doesn't like the way it sits. And I can understand that. So it sits a little bit too tall for her. So what we're going to do is we're going to return that seat to the factory mounts. And we're going to take that inverter, or the old inverter out, put this new one in, this new Wagon Tech, and we'll mount it to the box, to the front of the box. So it'll look clean there. It'll be out of the way, but all we got to do is extend the power lines a little bit, so we'll be good. And then, you know, Red Hot will like riding with me again. So, yeah, pretty excited about this again. The you know, Pure Line inverter remote from Wagon Tech, and the Wagon Tech Pure Line 2000 inverter. Pretty excited about that. That way I can run all my electronics. My yet to be installed but want an overland blender. I can get that maybe from Wits End. Go check out Joey too. He's got a really cool site. Another cruiser head, really supports the 80s Landcruiser community very well. So yay, my hair one. So yeah, so Red Hot, when she rides with me in a cruiser, she'll put her hair up and her hair will hit the top of the roof. So yeah, you're right, sweetheart. It'll go back down. So awesome. So there you go, guys. That's the big unveiling of what's coming up, those couple of projects. So again, we've got those non-US headlights. We're going to be converting over to the US, the globe style. And I don't want to cut the harness. So the headlight harness, I just want to add to it. So that way, if something happens, I can always convert back. Some would agree, some would disagree. We're going to try it that way. See how it turns out. And then again, yep, we're going to do this Wagon Tech Pure Line inverter. Couple of things coming up. Got restocked the patches. There is going to be a new patch that's coming out, a PVC patch, almost like a side view of the Unykorn. So stay tuned for that. I'll be announcing that on Instagram and on Facebook, on all my social medias. And then got some hoodies coming too. I know you guys have been beating me up. When can I get a hoodie? When are you going to make some hoodies? They're on their way. I promise. If I can get them off the boat and get them here quicker, I would. So that's coming. So be looking for that. I'll also announce that on social media as well. Again, thanks to my sponsors. One of my sponsors, Nightstick. Go check those guys out. If you have any of your lighting needs as far as headlamps, spotlights, man, they're awesome products. Awesome products. So, all right, guys. Well, I appreciate it. You guys have a good evening. We'll chat with you later. All right. We'll see you.